And what did you say to yourself when you were out there playing and there was nobody there to watch you, cheer you on, to be proud of you when you did well or tried hard?
It never really dawned on me.
When it dawned on you, what did you think?
It made me sad, you know, to a point that I realized, yeah, I didn't have a dad for the majority of my life. And again, anybody that has followed my career, they knew that, you know, I didn't know who my dad was till I was like 10 or 12. And surprisingly as it may seem, he lived right across the street from me.
So, but at that point, you realized that there was a void in your life.
Yes, I did.
And that's a void that will be in each of these children and your other child's life unless you decide to put this on project status.
Right.
And I'm one of those people that believe that the father has a critical role for male children and female children. Boys and girls, they've got a critical role for each. For the boys, you're the most powerful role model that your son will ever have. He will look at what you do. He will listen to what you say. He will emulate things about you. You have the ability to be a tremendously powerful role model in that young man's life. For your daughters, I can tell you that the more removed you are from them, the more vulnerable they are to get picked off by some guy taking advantage of them. If dad's there that says you are special, you are a princess, love yourself, value yourself, care for yourself, protect yourself, and I love you unconditionally, then when some old boy comes along and says, hey, I love you, so come over here with me and let me use and abuse your body, they'll say, wait a minute, I don't need that from you. I got that from my daddy. My daddy loves me. He values me. He's taught me to love myself. They're not going to be picked off by some guy. Those are messages that whether you feel they're received well or not, they need to hear. They need to get that from you. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
I totally agree. Because the first love that I had in my life for a man was my father. That's the very first love that I have. And she can't get that from my dad. She can't get that from my brother. She needs to get that from you.
And whether you like her or not, she's speaking the truth as a daughter. Now, you can question her motives, you can question everything else, but she's speaking the truth as a daughter. And that's what I want you to think about, because you have an opportunity, because it's not too late. You have an opportunity to say, look, these kids are not going to get caught up in the middle of this, and I'm going to tell the three of you something. If you do anything aggressively or passive-aggressively or just whatever to block his relationship with his children, and you think, hey, I can do it because I've got control of them, they're with me, and I can say and do or keep them away, whatever, trust me, the day will come that will bite you in an ugly, ugly way.
Yes, it will.
Because the day will come where these kids get smart. They figure it out. And they say, you know, my daddy wasn't in my life, and he could have done a better job, but my mother, she sure made it an uphill battle, and I resent her for that. If you do that, they will perceive that. They will pick that up. So you don't want to do that. And all of you guys need to sit down, and whatever the math is or isn't, I mean, you can't get blood out of a turnip. If he doesn't have the money, things are going to change. If he does, they won't at some point. But aside from the money, aside from the math, you guys need to stop these hostilities, because it's your child that's picking up the tab.